We gonna make it do what it do. You heard me shout it. Anyway, let's get into it, man. So RORY N MAL left the podcast before basically asking like for more money or whatever the case may be. And Joe, I'm not gonna lie, I was on Joe's side. What I should actually do, I should actually bring up this old episode, but I don't want to add too much time to the situation or whatever. But I do want to bring up this old episode that I did speaking on the situation with Joe and I'm hiding the beef behind paywalls or whatever the case may be. I believe that Joe was charging at first to let me see something. Oh, hold on, let me do something. Let me save this to watch later, because sometimes YouTube be giving me some good ass. I'm freaking. But I don't know if I don't think I got this one up. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take it from behind the paywall real quick. Not a paywall. I should put this in my members on. For real. Speaking of people paywall. But anyway, I did a video on this about like a year ago or whatever, when all the drama first kind of happened or whatever. It's one of my earlier drinks. You can actually check this out on my Spotify Black Renaissance Podcast catalog or whatever. We're up to like episode 49, episode 50 is going to be coming out real soon. I just wanted to be, very cool and special or whatever the case may be. And I hope I did not delete this darn thing. Sometimes I have a tendency to do that. Okay, here we go. All right, it's right here. Right. Private though, so let's take it off of private. Let's put this back, right? Let's put this members on. If y'all wanna watch this, man, become a member, man. We can't be giving it all away for free now. All right. So now that we did that, right? Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? So, Joe and them was trying to get rich off his own friends and stuff like that, man. And this the YouTube algorithm, man, is really like, oh my god. I'm watching this show, and I know I'm digressing on what's holding this thing topic. But on Netflix there's a thing called the playlist. Speaking on you EK or whatever, creating Spotify. And how he was inspired by Pirate Bay and stuff like that, torrents and peer-to-peer, and it goes a lot into like the coding and what it went into to get Spotify to stream as fast as it was streaming at that point in time with the internet speeds and stuff. A lot of us take for granted what Spotify was doing and the technology that backed Spotify. At the time, Spotify has a great algorithm. And honestly, when it comes to music and music suggestions and stuff like that, I think that Spotify is one of the best algorithms, right? Apple Music has a great catalog. If you know what you want to put together your own playlists and stuff, that's cool. But if you want like to be suggested new songs and just like Spotify's where it's at. So let me see if I could get into this a little bit real quick. Hold on, let me see if I could do this. Could I? Let me see.
Just did a piece on Sunday for the HBO Max shit and he said, for every $100 that a white person occasionally got to worry about office, a black person has about 13. And he went into, what systemic racism looks like. Speaking of like and all that shit. Racial cousins, certain suburban areas. Like this town ass people that really ass niggas. What does that trench kid chain mean? Oh, I'm not from the trenches. I'm from the suburbs. So they're happier from a racial cut, right? You happy from a place where
Now, I'm not really sure why it's doing that. Now, I'm not really sure why it's doing that. Yeah, all right. So that did not work out the way I wanted it to. That did not work out the way I wanted it to. All right. That did not work out. And I'm not even sure why the fuck this shit echoing now. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what happened now. Okay. I'm sorry about that. I'm watching myself on YouTube on the upper goddamn screen. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry. My fault, man. Niggas is stupid. Anyway, so let's get back to the story now. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. So, that was some old footage. I was going to go into like me, Ben speaking about it, whatever the case may be. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of the situation. So today at 8 a.m., RORY N MAL releases their podcast, right? So they come out swinging or whatever the case may be. RORY N MAL, they ain't have no time for the games. They came out swinging. I should have uploaded that to my joint, and I'm going to do that as we're here. So RORY N MAL, they come out. Matter of fact, let's backtrack a little bit. Just a tad bit. Let's backtrack a little bit. Just a little tip so we could have some context. Just a little tiny tip to right here. Okay. So first we have Joe Budden. He puts up his show, right? So he goes on vacation out of nowhere because his friend was arrested. And everyone in the podcast world was kind of looking, and we was saying, hey, where is Joe? Where is Joe right now with these charges? His podcast and friend has been, charged with some egregious crimes and stuff like that. Where is Joe? And what happened was, he kind of went on vacation. I was kind of like, hey, like this dude isn't A1, you know what I'm saying? This nigga's not sturdy. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't sturdy with it. And I wasn't feeling that. I was not feeling that. Niggas was not sturdy. You know what I'm saying? When shit got real, niggas got real fake. So, fast forward, Joe comes back on vacation. He puts up this episode. And usually, listen, I like to get high first, before I listen to Joe and all that, especially in the last like 2-3 weeks, because he's been going super hard against Kanye. Super hard against Kanye. I couldn't get behind that, right? And I ended up getting an alert from Reddit saying, that like whatever big stories on Reddit, it'll come to my phone. And everyone in the Joe Budden Podcast subreddit was going crazy, like, oh my God, he took down an episode. It must have been what Joe said about more. So I had not gotten to that part yet or whatever, right? Now I'm be honest, I've defended more, right? I've literally, defended more for other reason, right? Let's play this. Let's play this song when I went against Big Pump Killer for more, right? And this is one, like listen, I am a heavy Joe Budden Podcast fan. This is why I even got shucks. I hope this shit don't play. Oh, I was about to say Jesus. I'm not trying to. I can't even afford another copyright right now, nigga. I'm on the copyright run. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas can't even play with those copyrights right now, man. I don't even know half of what us Twitter people, not Twitter, YouTube be going through. But look at this right here. Look at this, guys. Look at this, and don't laugh, man. I was trying to defend my brother, trying to defend my, you know what I'm saying, moral in this situation. Don't laugh though. Yeah, this that Flea when he was a rapper. Yeah, this is me literally defending the moral, nigga. This is me defending moral against some Reddit beef.
Shit out the rusty system, South Bronx niggas crippin', I be ripping and spitting and writing compositions. And niggas must be sniffing cocaine. See what that pen, I'm extreme. I be swearing supreme. Now, hold the fuck up, hold up, man. What the fuck going on out here, man?
Hunter Killer is actually a game that you promote on like Twitter. I mean on YouTube. So I thought that was like kind of. His name was Big Pump Killer. So
let's get it. Big pump killer, you ain't never pump, nigga. Just a dumb wigger tryna come up on Twitter. This and us niggas agenda like Hitler. Probably in his mom's basement like Tigger. Who told his dumb cracker fuck with us? Come liquor, let me hit you with a little tongue twister. Love more so much, I thought you was his son, nigga.
Love more so much, I thought you was his son, nigga.
Little dumb nigga. 20 diss songs, probably thought you one nigga. But I'm a mop up with one nigga. Joe Budden. Probably in his mom's basement like Tigger. Who told his dumb cracker fuck with us? Come liquor, let me hit you with a little tongue twister. Love more so much, I thought you was his son, nigga. You see him, probably run, nigga. Bet you wanna spectrum little dumb nigga. 20 diss songs, probably thought you one nigga. But I'm a mop up with one nigga. Joe Budden, one nigga. This ain't Fortnite, this Crips and gun, nigga. I'll be state property for my duns, nigga. Prodigy, I'm the son, nigga. You orbit me, little bum, nigga. And I'm doing this shit for fun, nigga. Hit the streets for the funds, nigga. Peanut butter with my vine, new way a ton, nigga. Grab us some mommy, I bun, nigga. Rastafari, Selassie, I bread run, nigga. And this ain't no diss. I'm teaching little kids. You cannot get lit, ride another nigga's diss. You cannot get lit, ride another nigga's diss. You cannot get lit, ride another nigga's diss. And this ain't no diss. I'm teaching little kids. You cannot get lit, ride another nigga's diss.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. They like, nigga, you can play this shit, but you can't play what the fuck more had to say. So let's see. You know what? Let's see if I can actually find more responding to Joe. And let me see, because I don't know. Listen, I don't know. These people be copyright striking stuff and all that. I ain't got time. Joe Budden goes off on Moore for accusing him of stealing his money. I want to see, they don't have the Moore responds back. See, they don't have what Moore said, and I don't know if I could play Moore's thing on here. Let me see something real quick. So I was just gonna quote it. But I don't know if they're gonna let me. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh wait. The world. Nah, that's not it. Damn, that's not it. Yeah, that's not it. Well, and I don't know if I could play it just yet, but what I will do, I'm just gonna quote it because I wrote down like a lot of stuff that Moore said and stuff like that. So yeah. So I used to go hard for Moore or whatever. I used to go hard for the whole Joe Budden podcast. Joe Budden basically comes out, you know, he says what he says about Moore or whatever the case may be. He puts out this podcast. He was mad at the fact that Moore was interviewing Saha, you know, and when Moore was interviewing Saha or whatever, Moore has stated that all of the money that Joe Budden had acquired had basically came from Moore or whatever the case may be, you know, or Moore and RORY to some degree. And I think Joe took offense to that, and he said a little more than what was needed to be said. I guess against Moore, and he took out like the 2 minutes where he ranted against Moore or whatever. And then kind of came back, but there's another response that's up. That Chigs got. Shout out to Chigs Smooth. Let's see what this is about. Let's see what this is about. I probably heard this already, but let's see what this is about real quick. We will help
you identify the number one problem.
Dude, what the fuck are you talking about, nigga? Let me see. No true. Chicks.
Very next statement. Call him saying that Joe stole all the money, saying that Joe stole their money. Well, looks like Joe didn't like those comments and he shot back at Maul. Here's what Joe said.
To my very next statement. Maul, not only did I not steal from you, you have never had anything worth me stealing from you. No matter how many new beginnings you start, and no matter how many of these new people you get around, some of us know you. That would be me. So please stop spreading these lies. You've never had anything for me to steal from. That's not the nature of this relationship. This is some sick role reversal shit going on. And I'm not mad at nobody else calling me a thief.
Oh, so now
call me no fucking thief. No,
now
I will not have it.
Saying that.
You've never pulled your own weight. The first never meant nothing to you. It's never been like responsibilities. You never got up and carried your own shit. It's always been another around to help you do it. And you don't speak to them no more neither. So this is not Joe specific. Stop putting smut on my name. I'm going to start showing up for myself because that's my problem with the fucking internet. Y'all don't know none about none of all of them, the whole industry. And a mic with no fucking resume and just get to talking and talking and talking.
Now you guys can go listen to the full Joe Budden podcast on Spotify or wherever you guys listen to your podcast. But damn, listen, man, there's no avoiding this. These guys don't like each other.
So
you guys.
So that's what Joe said or whatever. Fuck it. Let's just get it.
Every time he paid for pussy, that's some of my money.
Let's get it.
Every single time he paid for pussy, that's some of my money. Some of your pussy. Every vacation, every vacation he take a chick on, that's some of my money he using, and that pains him. The most money he ever made in his life, he made sitting next to me. That pains him. I know that pains him, but we had a beautiful thing. It worked.
I thought so. All built together, and I didn't think it was such a hard thing to say that the three of us built it together.
It pains him.
I didn't know that was such a difficult
all that Balenciaga he's wearing. I'm paying for it. It pains him. It hurts.
It pains him.
Every time he think he's fresh,
it pains him.
Paid for it.
I can assure you, I did not buy these Lululemons with our corporate card. It was on my personal.
It's okay. You're my guy. Man, swipe it. It's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good. It pains him. Every
half
single
these
time,
is yours.
Yeah. Every single time, you know what I'm saying? Every time you go to the strip club, you throw singles. Those is my faces on them singles. It pains them. It hurts.
Like Usher Bucks?
Oh, it hurts. It has to hurt.
It's funny.
It hurts. Mm-hmm. But we had a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So, that's some of it. If y'all want to hear the rest of it, y'all go to the episode 112, Accountability and Culture Part 2. It's named directly after what Joe Budden named his podcast, which is Accountability and Culture. I'm pretty sure that'd be funny if Joe Budden named his shit Accountability and Culture Part 3 tomorrow, because I'm pretty sure as we speak right now, Joe is heading to the studio to record his podcast. If y'all heard what Maul said and stuff, I would appreciate if I probably put like a 1 in the chat or something like that. If not, then I'm probably have to watch on the rewind and realize it's not like, even the part is not in there. Then probably re-record this stuff. But if I want me to play a little bit more of the interview as well, I will. With Maul. But the main points that Maul was saying was this. He says, every time he pays for pussy, like I just heard, every time he pays for pussy, that's my money. Every vacation he goes on, that's a piece of my money. It pains him, it hurts. Maul also say that he was doing a podcast before Joe. He invited Joe to his podcast to do the podcast with Maul or whatever the case may be. And Joe Budden declined to do the first podcast. I guess this was years prior to
the Joe Budden Podcast or whatever the case may be. So I'm guessing technically Maul is saying that he inspired Joe to actually create his podcast or whatever, and maybe that's why Joe reached back out to him. He said people who never stood with you as an artist, people who never sat with Joe Budden as an artist, are only sitting with you now as a podcaster because you're a train wreck, right? And Moore made a reference to the fact that now a lot of people like to come and sit next to Joe Budden to like laugh at his pain as opposed to actually bigging him up. When you see like a car accident on the highway, you look at the car accidents, you look at like, things that amuse you, these circus acts. And he's basically making the statement that Joe Budden is a circus act. And I'm not gonna lie, nowadays a lot of Joe is being exposed. He's easily influenced. He desperately wants to be a part of the elite. Like all of the claims that Joe Budden makes about Kanye West is all Joe Budden. All Joe Budden. Like every claim, every this. Like if you want to know what Joe is about, listen to all of those Kanye rants and then just apply that to Joe Budden. And you'll be like, oh, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all Joe right there. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a long winter for Joe. Maul also stated, come to New York. And you can check his background, you can check his name or whatever the case may be. And I must say, there's not no smut on Maul's name, And I'm not saying that because, me and his family is cool and, what I'm saying, me and his niece or whatever the situation may be. But,
bro,
God record's good.
Me, facts. It's not about me trying to create some narrative and paint you a certain way. You stole from Rory and myself. And we know that. And we just got tired of it and said, yo, we're not going to deal with it no more. Oh, here's another thing that I don't think people know, Rory. We never got paid from YouTube.
We said that in the response video.
Did we?
I think so.
We never got paid from YouTube. But I know a lot of people didn't know that.
Why I don't even get back to facts anymore is because we laid everything out in that first response video. And then I still see narrative.
I'm not going to get into a back and forth with words. I'm not going to shoot disrespect because I know where that can go. And I'm not even trying to bring that energy into it. I'm keeping it on the facts. Like I told Rory before, the truth is on our side, right? Show the accounting. I'm speaking for myself. I'm willing to go and sit down in front of him and let him do that. Yeah, happy to. Show a contract. Let's do that. You want to play this internet game in this podcast? I'll come to your new studio, sit down in front of you, put all the paperwork on the table for everybody to look at.
I ain't got to shoot it though.
Oh, we definitely gonna have our own camera there.
Yeah,
we gotta have our own camera there.
Definitely got a Dame at the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, because again, like I said, man, it's weird, man. And I'm talking to y'all as my crew, like you said, I'm the boss. I don't even like that. When you call me the boss, I snatch you. No, but I'm not your boss. We're partners. Mm-hmm. I need you just as much as you need me, bro. I don't carry that boss in it. That's corny to me. That's dudes that never had no type of status amongst their circle. Don't ever I'm not your boss, bro. I'm your partner. We're business partners. We're building something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I look at y'all as partners. Like I'm not your boss, but it's just dudes that run around with that energy. They want to be looked at as bosses. But when you're a boss, nobody got to say it. They know. It's just you. It's just how the energy you exude, right. The confidence you walk with, the way you hold your shoulders. Like you talking all of this, and cool, fam. You could try to spin a narrative about Maul. Anybody that knows Maul, nobody has anything negative to say about me. They can't shit on me. I've never done nothing whack to anybody. I've never done no bad business. Look at his history of business. Let's get Amalgam Digital on the line. Let's talk. Is Amalgam Digital still around?
I think they dissolved the company, but I'm sure I forgot the gentleman's name that was running it. But I'm sure he's still doing stuff in the music business.
Let's talk to Amalgam Digital and see how they feel about his business practices. Let's see if how they feel about it. Because all you got to do is just look at the business practices, man. Like it's anything that
more not
that
lying.
I don't speak to no more, or I'm no longer
more not lying.
If you find out and know the real story, which Rory knows some of it, it's not on me. I'm the same all I've always been. I've never treated nobody differently. I've never started acting funny towards nobody. I've never stolen from anybody. I've never done no whack shit to nobody. I don't care enough. You understand what I'm saying? Like I truly, honestly, in my soul, don't care enough about things to do something whack to somebody. I'd rather just walk away from it. So I don't want to keep doing this back and forth because I'm sure that the listeners are tired of it. The fans are tired. I don't even say fans. The supporters are tired of it. And our energy is still the same. My energy is still the same. Just show the numbers. Just show the contract. Just show the taxes paid out. It's very simple. We don't got to do this because again, that was really somebody that I looked at as a friend at one point. And I'm not a sub.
I mean, listen. You can't expect to come at people and people not to defend themselves, Joe. I can't lie. I don't remember Joe being as fly ever. I think a lot of Joe's style did come from Maul. I think to some degree, Joe Budden does want to be Maul. A lot of Joe Budden's like this new like kind of fake laid back demeanor. That's Maul. His fashion forward sense. That's Maul. Joe has no fashion sense. Nobody from New Jersey has any fashion sense. That's shit don't happen. But I think that Joe feels like Maul is disposable just because Maul is not a rapper. You understand? I think a lot of Joe's vitriol for Maul comes from him not being Maul. Joe Budden is a light-skinned nigga. Look at this nigga teeth and all that, man. This nigga teeth was janky as hell. All them insecurities don't go away overnight, man. That's why he put niggas like Ish and Ice around him that he could step upon and all that. That walk on eggshells when you speak. When they them niggas damn maybe sound like yes master, no master, but they already so buck broken. They already so system broken. They already ain't got no back. They ain't got no spine and nothing like that. You feel me? Like they gonna go with whatever for the shine. You get what I'm trying to say? They ain't never get this type of attention and clout in their life. But after a while, like that nobility, that nobility, that newness wears off. And when that wears off, you're gonna see a lot of people kind of like fall to the wayside. And I'm not gonna lie, the stop, they be kind of speaking like, yo, I think they're not gonna last and not be, they might be right. Remember, I don't think the Joe Budden podcast might last much longer. Not gonna lie to you, and especially not in this 2-week format. Just because, well, maybe it can, because the way that they because Surf got locked up. The way that they be pandering on that Joe Budden podcast now, they may have a chance at surviving. They may have a chance at surviving because like Joe has become like this democratic. I'm gonna go against anybody that Charlemagne goes at or whatever the case may be. Like I'm gonna follow that, that model. But Joe was just like an ex-fat chick, like, you know what I'm saying? Them fat chicks that get a BBL, they still insecure, but on the grand scheme of things, you think that they like all like, hey. It's like, nah, it ain't all good, family. It ain't all good. It ain't all good. But like Maul says, show the Spotify deal. Show the taxes paid out while him and Roy was there. He'll come to the new studio. That's the only interview that Maul said he's taking. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, you know, look at the history, man. Look at the history. Look at the history, man. Look at the history. Shout out to my guy, Never Hungry Again. You already know. Salute. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, look at the history. Show the Spotify deal. Niggas want to see the Spotify deal, Joe. It is what it is. But, you know, with that being said, man, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. You already know. I'm trying to get back eating this. What the fuck is bowl noodles and shit? We living a rough life and all that. You already know how it go out here, man. You know what I'm saying? We thugging in the trap. Like I told y'all, man. Reporting to you live from the motherfucking war zone, man. Live from South Sides, the most wise flea of belly. This here is Black Renaissance Podcast. 40 to the family, man. 80 high to the motherfucking guys, man. FBA all motherfucking day. We will be in DC November 5th for the rally and all that, man. Go check out my other video, Reparations Wars. Tariq Nasheed cutting ass and all that. Naheem feeling all lonely and all that goodness and all that and all that and all that. You know what I'm saying? And the next video shall be Jason Lee versus Amon Wiggins. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We got two queens beefing, baby. You know what I'm saying? We don't discriminate with the intellectual wars over here. So, yeah, but for that one, I got to get some weed. So, I'm going to go get them that smoke. So, you roll up. I'm going to go get some smoke. And at 1 o'clock, we will be back with another one. Amon Wiggins versus Jason Lee. And he going to break it down. Yeah, remember that Kanye statement about niggas having too much Balenciaga and all that? Yeah, we going to get into how that Balenciaga was acquired and how people was trying to bill Kanye for so much money. Is there a Latinx conspiracy against Yeezy? See you on the next one. You heard Black Renaissance Podcast, most watched Belly. We out of here.